So my name is Maddie. I'm the operations director at the Clubhouse. This is a wedding venue located in Huntington, Indiana. So we're about 35 minutes from Fort Wayne, Indiana. So the Clubhouse is located on the historical grounds of LaFontaine Golf Club. It was established in 1929, and as we were going through the renovation process, we had a lot of people come to the property and tell us a bunch of stories about the property. We were told from the 30s to the 50s that there was a lot of professional golfers that came and played at the course. They even told us Babe Ruth came to the course and played, so that was always interesting hearing all these stories. So supposedly in the 1930s, this was the Clubhouse was a hangout area for the Chicago Mafia.
Nice.
So then it obviously opened in 1929 and the course closed down in 2015. And it was sat vacant for 6 years, and then we bought the golf course in 2021, started renovating it, and then by 2023 we launched the Clubhouse.
Could you tell me what you would say makes your venue unique here compared to others around in the area?
Yeah, so we tried to go for a little bit different vibe that you don't typically see at an Indiana wedding venue. A lot of the venues in Indiana are more barn style, which are so beautiful, and everyone has a different style and taste. But we tried to go with something that was a little bit more like East Coast Country Club. So we have a cupola on the outside of the Clubhouse building. That's kind of more of the East Coast vibes, and then as well as the slate siding. Those are just really cool little details that kind of give a different vibe than your typical wedding venue that you'll see. And then obviously the big piece now is our new pavilion, which is out back. It's definitely set us apart. There is not another pavilion like it in the Indiana kind of area.
Could you tell me what spaces and settings you guys have available here?
Yeah, so our Clubhouse building itself, we have our main banquet space that holds 300 plus people. Connected to that is our floor-to-ceiling glass atrium. This is a perfect area for a dance floor, a second bar. A lot of people also have used it for ceremonies. As well, connected to the main banquet space is our enclosed bar area. As well, we have a dedicated catering space. We have our beautiful bridal suite that we're in right now. And then we have a groomsmen suite that's a little bit unattached to the building, this specific building, which is nice because the bridal party is kind of separated. So bridesmaids get their own space, groomsmen have their own space, as well as we have 2 large-scale bathrooms for both men and women. And then outside of the main space is our covered pavilion. So that's a new space that we just installed this May. It's basically a tent, a fancier version of a tent. So it's all vinyl around the top and the sides. The top is a white vinyl and then the sides are a clear vinyl. And you can close it all the way in, enclose the whole area, or you can have all of the sides open. It is beautiful for an outdoor ceremony or an outdoor reception.
Could you tell me how your team works with couples to bring their vision to life here?
Yes, so I think one thing that sets us apart is we are a family-owned business. It's super important for us that brides and grooms do have the whole weekend to enjoy the space. You get 5 hours of access on Friday, and then on Saturday you get to use the space 10 a.m. to midnight, and then you can kind of clean up the space or get all of your stuff out on Sunday. We prefer it this way. We'd rather have just one wedding a weekend. And I think I understand, some venues have Friday weddings, Saturday weddings, and it's just a really quick turnaround. We care more about quality over quantity. So I think one thing that sets us apart is we do focus on one specific bride and groom per weekend. That's pretty much what our big thing is that I've been trying to do. Another thing that helps bring their vision to life is we are partnered with Blue Spoon Catering. So they are the exclusive catering company that we are partnered with.
My next question for you is, could you tell me what one of your favorite hidden gems or favorite spots for a photo is around here?
So I personally think that one of my favorite spots, and with my family as well is our putting green. It's up on the hill on the right side of the building, and it like overlooks the whole venue. So it's really, really pretty to go up there, and it's also really fun to watch all the groomsmen like putt in the morning while like the bridesmaids are over here getting ready. Like it's just a really fun space that I think sets us apart. And then obviously our new pavilion outside. Yeah. You can't go wrong with that.
No. My final question for you is, what is like the funniest or most memorable story you've had from weddings here?
So I'm gonna go with funniest first. I'll give you memorable as well, but the funniest story is the very first wedding we ever had here when we fully renovated the space in 2022. It was my brother's wedding, and my sister-in-law did the worm on the dance floor, and she busted her chin open, and we had to have a surgeon come to the venue, actually in this room.
Oh my God.
This room was just all the marble flooring, and he had to stitch up her chin. And then most memorable is like a little bit more kind of like cheesy in a way. I would just say the like excitement that all the brides and grooms have when they come and see the space and they're designing the space and they're going through the entire process, and then watching them like the wedding this past weekend was the first wedding that I've ever like worked here, and watching them enjoy the space was just like so special, and kind of them transforming the space into their own was really cool to see.